Hey everyone, this is Tony from One Up TV Games, and I am here with Matthew Morandi.
Hey guys.
Yeah, also known as Yoshi One Up, and we're here to talk about a VR game, an Oculus Rift game that we tried out, Pixel Ripped. And unfortunately, I get motion sickness pretty much during anything, so I really didn't have a chance to check it out for more than like 3 seconds. But Matt here actually was able to check it out. And well, how did you feel about it? Just kind of it as a game, because I know a lot of Oculus Rift titles that we've tried out have been really just tech demos.
Yeah, they're just tech demos, or what do you call them? Simulators. This is the first game we actually played. Like, you had an objective, and something happens if you don't do something. Like, it's a game, and it was pretty fun. It was different.
Yeah, I mean, just from watching you do all these different things, like spitting spit wads at different students would actually trigger different events, which I thought that was pretty cool. Was it easy to do that?
Like aim with your face? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would change some things like the controls. Like, I would like hold a button down to like charge your spit wad, other than it doing it for you. But the idea was pretty fun, like turning around and hitting other classmates and stuff.
Yeah, and everyone had kind of has their own little dialogue, and it's not, of course, not quite done yet. It's still a demo. But you were actually playing a game girl game where you had to complete a level to fight a boss, and kind of explain how you did that.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. You just had to look down, and then the Game Boy lifts up, and then you're playing your game, and you just got to keep an eye on your teacher. So that was pretty cool. Just it was pretty easy. They didn't make it like really hard or anything. You can tell when she was going to turn around. But the game was simple. It was just a simple platformer. You just shoot at little enemies, and check on the teacher once in a while, then look back down and just beat the game. I didn't know what I was doing because you didn't tell me anything about it, so I was just guessing what you were supposed to do.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to shoot the classmates with the spit wads, or what am I supposed to do? And then I beat a certain part of it, and I got to the dragon. Then the whole thing changed, and that tripped me out. I didn't expect that at all. The sprites came up in 3D, and you're in another world, like you're daydreaming.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was so cool.
Yeah, that's why when I initially wanted to show you it, I didn't want you to see the trailer, because in the trailer it kind of reveals and spoils it. So I was like, no, man, just get into the Rift and see how it is. And that was something that I thought was really cool that just shocked me, because it was different. It wasn't just like, run forward or whatever.
Generic simulator, yeah.
Yeah, you actually had to do something, and there was objectives. Like, you shot the spit wad into the trash can, because one of the girls behind you said, hey,
I bet you can't do that. And it was like a little like extra thing.
Yeah, it was like disco lights and stuff, so that was really cool. I didn't think any of that. When I first initially looked at it, I didn't see any of that type of stuff. But out of all the actual like Rift games that I've seen so far, this one actually is really interesting, and I hope it comes out. So, if you are watching this and you feel the need to kickstart it, which you should, you can go ahead and go to pixelriftgame.com. You'll find the Kickstarter page there. And you can follow them on Twitter at pixelripped. But for a short little demo, it definitely has a nostalgia, like the menu, too. It was cool because you look at the floor. There's a little robot that tells you to look at the floor. And you see, what was it, like the Atari, like arcade? You saw the Game Boy, or the Game Girl, which is the demo that you're in, and then it showed like a 64. And I really want to know what the 64 does.
Yeah.
Because there's different levels. This was like the 3rd level, so I think there was like 5 or 6 total. And I'm hoping that like this gets completed, because I want to see the rest of it.
Oh yeah.
I want to see what they do with the 64, because seeing the 64 graphics in virtual reality would be really, really weird.
Yeah. I was already tripping out by the sprites in 3D. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that.
I mean, it's really cool. So we hope it gets done. That's why we're talking about it, because we really, really like it and really want it to be done. There will be I believe, a non-Rift version, but I tried that one. You definitely don't get that immersion.
No, you don't.
Which is why VR is going to be sweet. And this is something that would kick off Oculus and the Vive and all that stuff coming out next year. So, anything else that you have to say about it, other than it being pretty cool, and VR is actually, once a game is actually made for it, it's pretty sweet.
It's awesome, and a lot of people out there still don't know what virtual reality is. You're in the game. It's not just 3D, or you're in the game, and that's the big difference. So you have to try it out to understand it.
What? What the hell? Oh shit. What the hell? Oh shit. Whoa.